Welcome back to the channel, Trove 1 to the camper build. If you've been watching, you've seen how we're working on the kitchen. But today, we'll take a little break from it. And it's really windy, so the audio is horrible. Sorry. We're going to take a little break from the camper, something else to build. So, the back of our Suburban typically looks something like that. It's an absolute wreck. And I've got tools, air pump, just all kinds of stuff. Some of it's in there all the time, like fluids and tools in case we have trouble of some sort. There's ratchet straps, tie downs, rope, tow strap, just variety of stuff that we keep in the vehicle for when we're off-roading or camping or just in general in case we have any issues. And then like camp chairs and there's just stuff back there all the time. We'll get it all nice and neat for a trip, and then by the time we start pulling stuff out and put it back in, it just turns into a chaotic mess. So I'm going to build a really basic drawer system to go in the back so that the things that are in there all the time can go in the drawers down on the bottom and they can be organized. I'll tie the drawer system down to the vehicle, so if we're in a wreck, we don't have these things flying around in the cab potentially hurting someone. That kind of worries me all the time with anything that's back there that's heavy. So I'm going to build a basic drawer system today, hopefully, if nothing goes wrong, and see if we can get it a little more organized. So enjoy the show. Well, it started raining about the time I got everything out, so I had to pick everything up and come back here a little later to work on it. So this is what it looks like empty, and I've got Husky liners in here to help protect the carpet and make it easier to clean when you've got a bunch of kids. It's messy. Some of you are going, how does your vehicle get so messy? We've got 4 kids and things get messy, and you can spend your entire life trying to keep everything clean, or you can have fun and have a little more mess. And so sometimes we just have a mess and we have fun and go do stuff. But this will help with a little bit of the mess by building this drawer. So we're going to build, I think I'm just going to make it 2 drawers. So I just need to get some measurements and start building this thing. If you want a full walk around on our Suburban and all the minor modifications it has, some people find that interesting. I've had some people ask questions about tire size, lift, different things like that. If you want all that, leave us a comment, let us know, and we can do that. If you find that completely boring, don't worry about it. We won't do it. But anyway, let's start building this. The camera stopped recording while we were putting this together, but we got the basic frame done here. So now we're going to measure and cut a top piece for it and a bottom piece for it. So that's next. right, it's in.
Now we can put everything. It's big enough for me to get in.
Yep, you can probably fit in it. Careful with that, don't knock it off. We got it in. We debated about not even doing drawers. Me and Caleb were off camera about not even putting drawers in it and just leaving the bottom empty and just sticking things into it, which I actually tried it. It worked pretty good, but I kind of want the drawers in the bottom. So we'll put the drawers in it, and eventually we may want to put like a fridge or something on top that we want strapped down. Might even be on a slider where it slides out, something like that. So we're going to want it fastened down, so we needed the 3/4 inch plywood on the bottom so we could fasten it down. And now we just need to build the drawers to go in it. Alrighty, there she is. I had to trim my mat. It had this edge sticking up on it, which I've never liked anyway. It always got hung up on stuff and folded over, and always never really understood why it was there other than to try to hold dirt or something in. But I just trimmed it off, so it's flat now, but it's still got the mat under the whole thing. I've just got these screws here for right now. I've got some recessed handles coming for later, and you may notice I don't have any sliders on these. It is just sliding on the wood. And I've built quite a few drawer systems for company vehicles, for tool organization and stuff similar to this. And I've just discovered that a lot of times sliders aren't really necessary. They end up breaking if you have very much weight in it, and they're just an extra expense. Sliders would be kind of nice here, but it's an odd depth, so it's hard to find sliders the right depth. And I just didn't feel like it was necessary. If I want to later, I can go in and notch and put sliders into it. But this works fine. As long as I don't pull it out those last 3 or 4 inches, it ain't going nowhere. So, and it's not hard to slide in and out. Once we get stuff in, it'll be a little bit harder, but it's not going to be bad. So another reason to not have sliders is I can quickly remove the entire drawer, which I'm actually going to put a handle, a recessed handle on the front and on the back, so I can literally take the entire drawer out and go set it at camp or at the house, or if I need space for something else, I can easily swap the drawers out, take them out completely, or swap places. Or I could have another set of drawers with some other stuff in it for a quick exchange of, this is camping gear, this is something else. You know, leaves me lots of options, and it's just a little bit easier and cheaper to do right now. So there she is. I'm probably going to coat it with either like some truck bed liner, maybe carpet, but carpet's just hard to clean, so I'm probably not going to do carpet. I'm probably going to coat it with some truck bed liner. I'll put recessed handles into it, and yeah, I think we'll be good. So, and I got to fasten it down. I'm going to go and probably put 4 bolts in it and bolt it all the way through the entire floor, because I want this to stay. I don't want this to move if we get in a wreck. I'd kind of like to be able to pull it out really easy, but I don't have a good way to strap it in. If I come up with a way, I might do that, but otherwise I'm going to bolt it all the way through the floor with some carriage bolts. So there she is. That's all for today. The sun is setting. We will get back to work on the camper soon. We'll probably go camping soon. I'm thinking we may go here pretty quick. We want to go out and do some fishing and maybe some swimming out at a creek or a lake. So we just got to pick where we're gonna go, and kind of want to go try out the kitchen with these drawers so I can get a feel for what other things we may need up in this area, because this is kind of getting slanted, so doing drawers is going to be a little more complicated, which I can still do more drawers, but it's going to get harder, and it's also getting higher. So the higher you go, the harder it is to access drawers easily. So I don't think I'm going to do any more drawers, or if I do, they'll be really small. I'm thinking about some cabinet type space with either a flop down lid or a flip up lid, or maybe just open in the front for sliding things in. I'm not really sure. I'm going to kind of get a feel for what we lack in storage on our next trip, and then probably just go from there and see what else we need to build on it. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.